stretch on, we're gonna have some coffee, we're gonna talk a lot, and you're gonna learn everything about Allie. Oh my gosh, look at this little pump I got. Isn't it cute? We're sponsored by Nike. It's crazy. I'm just kidding.
That's manifesting.
Manifesting! Hey Alexa, play Bad Bunny. We're gonna stretch. Tell me about yourself. What feels crazy today?
Oh, man.
So you want it tighter for our more athletic individuals.
Oh.
I know.
Are you saying I'm athletic?
She's athletic or whatever.
We're doing
exercise time.
Post-stretch walk through homework.
Yes. Let's get stretching.
Let's stretch. Good morning. Today I am going to get a stretch in with the Altha Align girlies, Des and Izzy. I have been doing stretching with them for just over a month now, and my body has experienced some incredible progress. So today we want to do a whole video walking you guys through kind of my experience with stretching. Right now, just got out of the shower. I'm getting ready, heading over to meet Izzy and Des for a coffee, and then we'll head to the studio and show you everything about Altha Align. My pain right now is currently showing up all in my lower to mid right back into my left trap and shoulder and neck area. Also randomly the inner part of my left knee. So I grew up playing soccer. You would think as a 6'1" person I would be playing basketball or volleyball, but soccer was my jam. I played it year round. In soccer, I not only broke my arm, but I also pulled my Achilles, pulled a hamstring at one point. Just was never really like properly warming up and activating muscles and didn't know much about that. My compensation patterns and movement patterns started from, a younger age. Always really integrated movement into my life. Playing soccer, year round was amazing. Then once I was out of high school, I did rowing for a semester in college, which was, oh man, a journey in of itself. So much respect to rowers. That is such a difficult sport. Then I really got into weightlifting. Through that, I got really strong and had a really good experience with weightlifting. Like, it really changed my body composition and was incredible. But I imagine through that, I did create some imbalances, because what Izzy has really noticed with me, and part of why we think I'm having lower right back pain, is because my left glute is not firing properly. Over the past few weeks, we have been really focusing on, like, she'll hold me a stretch and have me push against her. That's how we show, like, okay, this is what the stretch is supposed to feel like, but this is also what the engaging of the muscle is supposed to feel like. Started to create a lot of awareness around like proper body placement, proper body part placement in stillness, in movement, and like in muscle engagement, which has had me realizing, like, oh man, all those years I was weightlifting, was I not using my left glute as much as my right glute, and has this just built up over time? But then also, gosh, fresh out of college, I had a Lime scooter accident. Landed on my shoulder, like popped 3 ribs out of place essentially. My collarbone had like I think it was a 1st or 2nd degree separation, which wasn't terrible, so I didn't just need a sling or anything. That combined with the ribs and combined just with that force, I think has set up my trap to just be in this stuck state. Now what we're really doing is working to release that, allowing myself to have open, good posture, but not engaging my trap at all times. I would say like my most recent accident that happened was just about 2 years ago. I was in a car accident. I was rear-ended. Thankfully everyone was safe. Created a lot of force in my neck and scalenes, just went into absolute overdrive. Done some massage for that. I like trying to release in certain ways, but I've never truly learned how to release those muscles and continually care for them. And that's something I love about Altha Align and just this stretching method in general, is it really differs from massage in that, first of all, you are speaking to each other like the whole time, if you so please. There's a lot of active things going on in a stretch session, and you do have to pay attention to your breath, to what the stretcher is saying to you. To get the most out of the session, you really want to be doing that so you can start to understand your body, your compensation patterns, and really chat through that. Also, you start to learn things about your body instead of just realizing like, oh, I'm tight there, yeah, massage it out, okay, that's better. Like, yes, that happens, but also then you learn, wait, so why was I in that position? How can I rework my body or posture, or what should I be doing at home to be able to continue like the work you just did? And then also something I really love, the stretching method really considers every body part, an all-encompassing look at the body, at your movement patterns, at your past too, and just like at your anatomy as it is, to determine, okay, what's the best plan for you over time. So I just absolutely love it, and I'm really excited to walk you guys through the appointment I'm going to today. Did all my skincare, told you all about Altha Align. Hope you're feeling good. That was a lot, but I hope it helped, and we're gonna get into even more now. So beautiful. Made it to Mnemonic with the girlies. Before you guys come into the studio, we want to give you guys a little bit of background.
Hello, my name is Izzy Gartner.
My name is Desiree Alvarez.
And we own Altha Align. We're in Bankers Hill at our favorite coffee shop just down the street from our studio. Before we have you guys in our studio, we want to give you a little bit of background.
And really explain to you how we started Altha Align. The entire month prior to us actually opening the doors and letting clients in, we really wanted to perfect our intro flow. We also created our video library so that we had homework to assign to clients.
Additional to homework, we also are very intentional with our breath work. We like to end every session with breath work, but also throughout the entire session, in which you will absolutely see with Allie.
Behind the passion for that intentionality of breath work, we were also able to create intentionality behind every aspect in what we do.
So we want you guys to be able to take this into your entire life. We want you guys to come into the studio and have a space that's peaceful, a place of intentionality, but we also want you to take it home, which is why we stress this online video library so much. The Altha Way incorporates different modalities in which each person has individual sessions. So we'd like to tailor different modalities towards different people, and it definitely depends on your lifestyle, the way you work out, the way you sleep, and just the way that you walk on the street. Hey Allie, come here. Let's get stretching!
Let's stretch.
Outside of being obsessed with Bankers Hill, we love that right in front of our studio there's tons of free parking.
We're on First and Fur, right over here. And our studio is right over here. You're about to find out our beautiful garden with our amazing little statues. We named them.
Come on in.
Top level suite. Going to the penthouse.
We are in a cute little co-working space.
We get to share the love with our neighbors. Literally, welcome to our MTV cribs. Our studio with our beautiful benches. We call them our Cadillacs. What up, girl? Hello. We're here to stretch. Tell me about yourself. What feels crazy today?
Oh, man.
Let's go someone. For the past month, we've been working with Allie on all of her compensation issues. So we've been finding like differences within her glutes, within her hips, and how it all attaches with her pelvic floor. That's something that we've been giving her a lot of homework with, along with like stretching, and she's actually finally feeling the glutes, which is freaking crazy. Yeah. Basically, we're trying to get into her daily life. Like, I'm not only worried about what her current problems are, I want to go back and see what she's doing literally every single day, including her sleep. So that's something to absolutely take account for, and that's why we like tailor it specifically to every single person, because not every single person's doing the same thing every single day.
Yeah.
So that's what we're working on right now. We're gonna see what the compensation issues are today. We have taken like a 2-week break, so we're kind of going into that every other little situation right now. So we're gonna see what's going on. We're gonna see what we can adjust and see what has changed. So let's get to it.
This is my favorite thing. I want one of these.
Yeah, so we basically strap down the human. I'm just kidding. We're gonna strap it down so we can isolate. We're always focused on alignment, so I want everybody to be in perfect alignment while we're doing this. Typically, the dominant side is a little bit spicier in terms of like tightness.
First up, the feet.
First up, the feet, baby.
My feet, when Izzy first started working with me, were like, I wouldn't even let her put this much pressure on me. I was like, wait a minute.
So yeah, different parts of the feet actually associate with different parts of the legs, so that's why I'm like huge on the feet. So we're gonna do a little bread roll in here, get into those calves, see where the insertion points are at, and see if they're spicy. Let's start with this nice ball.
Okay.
I'm gonna honestly fill it up a little bit. So you want it tighter for our more athletic individuals.
Oh,
I know.
are you saying I'm athletic?
She's athletic or whatever. Staying on top of that ball, I'm gonna really hold on to your tailbone just to keep you nice and just. We're gonna start bending into it. And we're gonna now put this on our psoas. So we're gonna imagine it going from that line where your abs are, and then a little bit to the left. So we're just on the left a little bit.
Okay.
We start on the left so that we can get from the entire GI system to the right, and we'll go to the right after. So just have it on the left side for now.
Okay.
And it's gonna feel a little wild, so you're gonna have to totally melt over it. Try to really relax, and if it's too much to be right on top of it, we can move it towards your obliques as well. So just try to relax first, and we'll kind of feel around into it.
Okay.
Just staying really heavy, and I want you to see if you can feel that ropey feeling in your stomach when I'm doing this. Okay, so you're gonna interlock your fingers and you'll sit on the end, and they'll go literally just like right behind your neck. I want you to do a big deep breath in. Good. Breathing within the upper body stretching is like so huge because you can actually affect where the muscles can relax into, like those neck extensors basically.
Okay. Yeah.
So I can feel it the most right there. Have you ever heard of the peanut? It's like a little roller.
Is it?
It's almost like two little balls connected in one, and you can go like all the way down your spine. So if you start all the way up here and you just like melt on it for a couple of seconds and then work your way all the way down, that would help your extensors. Yeah. So let me know if it's ever too much for vibration. Sometimes nose can get a little ticklish because of the way the nerves work. If it ever feels fiery, I know, right? It's so funny. If it ever feels fiery though, let me know. That means we're just doing too much for the nervous system. Did it. And she's a flower! She's cute.
We're doing post-stretch walk-through homework.
Yes, things to do at home. So one that we utilize and that we recommend a lot is a slant board. Just because, again, feet, calves, everything, so far from our brain, we kind of forget about them.
Yeah.
So with that right Achilles, it felt a little bit tighter, and that's something that we want you to start working on. So a way to utilize that is one heel going down on the slant board, other heel being right on top, and being super intuitive with where it feels a little bit tighter, shifting of the hips, leaning forward, leaning back, like switching up that center of gravity. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I want you to try it on here first.
Perfect.
And again, slant board, it's super low cost way to, perfect, good. Thinking about tucking in your hips too. Good, yeah, seeing where it feels a little bit spicier.
Ooh.
A really good way to mimic this either at home or when you're just out and about is sidewalks. All sidewalks, just throw on your foot. If you have stairs at home, even better. Having one foot on top, just again, you like being intuitive, utilizing spaces around you that give you a little bit more of that slant, that give you a little bit more of that negative drop down for the calves.
Perfect.
Another good one I want you to do, you can hop up that bench almost like you're gonna be in a child's pose. Okay. So here, we can do it, you can do it a few different ways, either being on hands and knees. We'll start here. We'll kind of make this like a very like progression type of stretch.
Okay, cool.
Right arm is gonna go behind the neck. I want you to take that elbow to the left wrist. Right elbow to left wrist. Yep. You're like, again, I don't know my size.
Okay.
Good. And then twisting up and looking up towards the ceiling with that elbow. So good.
Wow.
So here's where you kind of notice that difference of this. This is working that thoracic mobility.
Wow.
Yeah. Do it one more time. Nice and through. This is my favorite thing to do like in bed. I'm like a good lazy stretcher. This you can utilize in
Lazy
bed.
girl stretch.
Lazy girl stretching 101. Good. Try two on the other side. See how that feels.
Okay.
When you're doing this too, I want you to notice where that shoulder blade is. Right now you're kind of letting that kind of like fall into it. So when you're coming down, totally fine and good.
Yeah.
When you're coming up, I want you to push through that lat, push through that arm, so good. I watched that wing just happen. And that's like how you were talking about Elevate, how you're talking about Pilates.
Right.
Using that through Legree Pilates is being locked in through the lats, paying attention to where our neck's at. Good. And last one here. So much more thoracic mobility on this side too, so again, paying attention to, that's your, that's your mouse hand. We all have a side we favor a little bit more. Those are literally some of our favorite things to just be able to utilize at home, again, in bed. It's not about how long you're spending stretching at home, it's about just doing something every single day.
Yep, the consistency and frequency.
Consistency.
Yeah, you gotta make it
frequency.
approachable too, because if it's like, okay, here are 20 things to do. It's
Exactly.
Like, wait, where do I start? How do
Yeah.
I stay consistent?
And that's our favorite thing. Like each session, we'll try to give you like 2 little tidbits snippets. And it's like, if you don't have to do, we're not stacking them on top of each other. It's more so being like, oh, let me add this to my arsenal. Let me add this to my library of things to do at home.
Yep.
And it just kind of, you know, helps teach us more about our body, teach us how to correct some of these things on our own.
Yes.
Okay, well, I have a little Altha Align homework note. So
Add it to the list. I love that so much.
I'm gonna add some homework. So see, I like do it day by day, how many I've done, the amount of time.
Wow.
So this has just been my homework building over time. But now what we're gonna do, what would you call these?
So
And I'm gonna put on my list, go to Altha Align storefront and get the slant board. My body is feeling already so much more open and aligned and like together. So thank you guys so much for having me and walking me through all this and always sharing so much